It's time for Talkin Tauntauns, your Star Wars source at AIPTcomics.com.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Talkin Tauntauns. I am Jim Lahane, and with me as always is our favorite Nicole Herview.
Hello there.
You're the best Nicole Herview.
Thank you so much. There is another one in France, so watch what you say.
Well, you're our favorite. I don't know who
Thank
that other
you.
one is, but maybe we'll find her and we'll get her on the show.
Great.
You two can battle? I don't know how it works.
Listen, I get her emails sometimes, and it is fun. I'm like, this is in French. What is this? It's ridiculous. I digress. We have other people with us today. Go ahead,
We have
Jim.
other people. We got two people joining us today. Russian roulette on who gets called first.
That's terrifying.
They both went, no, not me. So we have Rayven Spencer. And now we only have one.
What a shame.
And Alex Bond.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome back, y'all.
Happy to
Thank
be
you.
here.
It's nice to be on and have not had homework.
Yes. Rayven, how are you doing?
I am Vertical with Pulse. Happy to be here. 2 cups of coffee in, so we should be good.
Alex, how are you doing?
It's been a lot. There's been a lot. We moved, so I've been unpacking for a month. A little more. Other than that, things are good. Things are busy. Weather's, you'd think, starting to cool down, except for the last week. So we're good.
I just unpacked a box this week from our move. We moved 2.5 years ago. There's more boxes. It's just
Baby steps, baby steps.
baby steps.
Yeah,
yes.
at a certain point, we're just going to start throwing things up in the attic and hoping we don't need them for a while.
That's fair.
But like one of the first things that came out when we once we got the essentials out was like, all right, Halloween decorations coming out, ready to go. Break those out. I built this media shelf and put all my movies on it before I found, my melatonin, my allergy medication.
Oh, the priorities, dude.
Yep.
Nicole,
Oi.
how are you doing?
I'm vertical with a pulse. I like that, Rayven. I'm
Okay.
stealing it.
Feel free.
Yeah, I have had a quarter of a cup of tea, so bear with me, y'all. The caffeine has not hit yet. But yeah, I'll go with vertical with the pulse. It's been a month. We're burning it down to build it back up, babes. That's what we're doing. So,
That's sometimes that's the only way to do.
yeah. How about you, Jim?
My go-to saying is that I'm awake, which is my first goal of the day.
Absolutely.
Always and usually it's my only goal of the day. As long as I wake up, I'm good.
Well, you,
Whatever the
you
rest
can't
of the
do
day-
anything else if you don't, right?
Well, if you don't wake up, you have other issues that need to be solved or
Yeah.
not solved.
But if you don't wake up, no one can ask you to do anything.
Now, you might have something there.
Mm-hmm.
You might have something there.
So I ended up hooking up my Xbox finally.
We're talking a new one or an old one?
Xbox One. I found it. That was what was in the box that got unpacked.
What's in the box, Jim? It's an Xbox One.
But the Xbox was in the box, and the box got unboxed, but it was still a box.
That is too early for that riddle to
Yeah.
split.
Yeah. Nope.
Have you played anything on it?
Disney Infinity.
Oh, sure.
My daughter absolutely loves to run around and play in the toy box part of Infinity, just to play. And so she invited me to play with her, and we have a whole bunch. I have all the Star Wars little guys, and it was such a shame when they shut that game down because it's a fun game to just play.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's it. I did pull out Fallen Order with the hopes of finishing it for next week. So we'll see.
Oh, shoot. I gotta do that. There's a lot more game left for me than I thought there was, but that's okay.
What a game.
What a game. To give you an idea, I'm like almost done with your first round on Dathomir. Like, and then like you go somewhere else and then you go back.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
I'm still on the first round of Dathomir, and we're hopefully going to talk about this on the show, but I got so frustrated. I found that I can only play that game for 2 hours, because if I play it for more than 2 hours, I get really angry and really frustrated at the fact that it is unnavigatable. That game is not intuitive in any sense. You have no idea where you're supposed to go. Even with a walkthrough, I'm like, what's going on? And there's a lot of backtracking, it's labyrinthian. And the map, nightmare. That's the only complaint I have about it, though. Otherwise, it's the best.
Not having fast travel's tough for that game.
I can't
especially on like
stand it
Kashyyyk,
sometimes.
which is a nightmare to like get into and out of.
Yes, horrible.
But you just find things to do on the way.
Yeah, but I'm frustrated because I'm like, I just want to get to it. Like, I'm not a completionist with games at all. I'm like, story, let's go. Like, fun gameplay. Like, make it easy for me. I'm literally, this is an admission that I don't want to make, but I'll do it. I'm on story mode of this game. Like, I'm on easy. Like,
I think that's what I have mine set at, and I was still on the train.
Oh my God. I'm like, can you, like, make it easy for me to navigate, please? Like, this is horrible. Like, the combat wasn't that hard. That wasn't the part I was having an issue with. Because I started at not story mode, and then I went down because I was like, there has to be a better way. There's not. Like, that map is, I have arguments. I have someone to talk to, because that is useless. That thing is useless. And I'm so mad about it. But I love the game. It's so contradictory. But yeah, I will finish it soon.
All right. Are we ready for our topic of conversation?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we invited our guests on with a tease of what was to be conversed, but they don't actually know. Nicole doesn't really know either.
I kind of know.
So
Do you even really know, Jim?
I do not-ish.
There you go.
Did you even look through these things?
Nope.
And that's the fun of it, man.
So I was sent by the company Inside Editions. They asked if I wanted a box of what they called Star Wars conversation cards. And I said, sure. And so they were great. They sent me this thing, and it's super cool. It comes in a box of literally just conversation cards. And they have in the box a set of cards and a book. So from what I can tell, I did flip it open. The book and the cards are identical. So it's two sets of the same thing. So either you can, all the cards are numbered and they all have different questions. So we'll just pull out the first one. Card number 1, who do you think is the bravest Star Wars character? And they're meant to kick off obviously a conversation.
Heated discussion.
Yeah, so it says
Quite.
125 conversation cards for dinner parties, movie marathons, and more. So
Fun.
that's what I thought.
Just a clarification, this is not sponsored. Hashtag non-spawn. They didn't pay us.
Non-sponsored.
They just gifted Jim the thing.
they
Just
just
look
gifted
for
it to
legal
me.
reasons. Non-spawn.
Yeah, they just gifted it, but it's pretty cool. I thought we would perfect timing because of the
The strike.
The
Say the
kerfuffle.
strike. It's okay.
The kerfuffle.
So
That's good. The kerfuffle's good.
we could do it one of two ways, I figured. Either we can kind of do a round robin and somebody can pick a number from 1 to 125, and I could pull up the pull up
Until
whatever
we've done all of them. Clear your calendars.
We are not doing that.
Good night. Absolutely not.
And I could pull them out of the book, or I could shuffle the cards and we could do it at random. Either way.
I like the picking the numbers personally. But...
Oh, I was going to say I like the shuffling because then I don't have to think about what numbers were already said.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
I refuse to be a
125.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, and Nicole's going to say 37, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to be like, 37. It's just going to
Write it
happen.
down. Just write down the numbers that are said.
I'm going to pass on that.
I I got a pen and a pad, and I can write down the numbers. And this is where the episode will break because Alex doesn't want to think of a number that has
Right.
already not been called.
Then fine, shuffle them. I don't give a poop.
We're gonna do it by numbers.
Okay.
It's been
I
decided.
like winning. I like that.
Well, I'm
One,
just a
because-
guest. I don't actually get voting power.
I was already leaning that way, and Nicole said that. So it's
There we go.
and Rayven absconded.
Absented.
Abstain.
Abstained. Yeah.
Abstained.
I think absconded means you like took something and ran.
Yeah, you
isn't
took something
that?
and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah. And absented
That
is
would be-
I'm not there.
Right.
I mean, technically, that one's also sort of true, but that's a whole other issue.
A little, but abstained is better.
But you can absentee ballot. So even if
That's
you're
true.
you know,
That's true. I do.
and we can all see how good with words I am.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we support
Same.
each other. It's a team effort.
it took 4 of us to find the right word. So you know,
We did it though. We did
process
it
of elimination.
pretty
We
quick.
did it, though.
We did it in
We
like
did it.
less than 30 seconds. So we're doing awesome.
That's right.
And
Yep.
on the air, so you can see the process of how nobody's brain works well alone.
A peek behind the curtain, if you will.
Mhm.
All right. Fine. Alex, you're picking our first number.
Okay, 52.
I already had it open to 37.
I told you it's the one that Nicole's gonna pick.
It's not the one I'm going to pick. But okay.
All right. Oh, my word. There's like paragraphs on here. Technology. I guess they have different they have different categories. So
Starting
technology.
strong.
Imagine that you have your own star cruiser to leisurely cruise the galaxy and host all of your friends and family. What would you name it and why?
Oh, no.
Oh man.
The
So I will
Halcyon.
after we do that, I'll read the little paragraph because it gives a little like in-universe thing on the Halcyon. So
Yeah. Our own Star Cruiser. Wow.
who wants to go first? Who has
Who's thought about what to name their star vessel?
Yeah, right?
Not in this universe.
No. Because that's the thing. It's like, do I want to give it a name from like, are we imagining that we're in the world, like the world
I
of
think-
Star Wars?
Yes, we are imagining we
Okay.
are in the universe of Star Wars. We have a ship because we have money for some reason. I assume I murdered someone and stole the ship
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be able to buy a ship. I can't even afford my car.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I got
So-
one. It's so bad. But it's
Okay.
just the first thing that popped into my head. So I'm going to go with it today. Something along the lines of like the lunar bantha. Because I like a bantha.
Mm-hmm.
And your girl likes the moon. And I'm like, you need something with like, it's a sky bantha. Because you ride a bantha. I don't know. It's real lame.
I mean,
but
I had
so
a
is
similar-
the Millennium Falcon. Let's be real.
Right.
So let
I
me
had a
live.
similar line of thought though, because I was like, ooh, like Star Wars creatures that I like, and I was like, Wampa One. I don't know, you know. I don't know if I can give myself my
Wampa
own
One's
call sign, but
You need a Wampa 1 as a call sign.
yeah, right, exactly. That's my problem with
Absolutely.
throwing it out there. Is like, can I even? Is that is that cool? Is that
Well,
is that gonna be weird?
I wasn't thinking of that way, but you're right. You need a random word and an animal.
You really do. I mean,
Yeah.
unless we're talking about like, I mean, the Halcyon obviously is like its own weird word. But like, if you think about like the Ghost and, you know, the Phantom, and I'm like, well, that's my vibe and that's amazing. But like, the Ghoul doesn't have a good a ring to it.
Right.
But that's
That's
another
true.
one, you know? But yeah, it really does feel like adjective animal.
All right, I'm going to go in Star Wars. I am a dark side user because obviously I killed the person who stole their ship. So we're going to go with Sidious's Revenge.
Cute.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is that like Montezuma's Revenge? Like, is that uncomfortable?
I give you upset stomachs.
Like, you get food poisoning on this ship?
It's just as soon as you walk on the ship, you just kind of hunch over. You go,
Woof.
shouldn't have drank the water.
Ridiculous.
Are you absconding, Rayven? Or
I already did. I just don't know what to name it. All I can think of is my mind goes to, like the TIE Interceptor, and
like
it's
the
that,
model?
that kind of not that, but just like that's the kind of name I would pick. The Razor Crest, the blade, because I'm just evil that way. I mean, I'm evil that way. So I'm, that's like where my mind goes. But I am the most non-creative person ever created on the planet. So I'm like, I can't even think of something that somebody doesn't already have. And it's terrible, but it's true.
It is tough. Yeah.
Well, I was stuck.
It's just hard because I'm like,
You just
I don't know.
call it the blaster bolt and move on with your day.
Or the blade. I like the blade.
I like the blade.
Yeah, I like the blade. That's kind of cool. It's like, that's boring, but I mean, if nobody's got
but it
that
works,
one, I'll take that.
I don't think anybody.
No, not that I know of.
My favorite one from the Star Wars universe is the Moldy Crow.
Oh, that's good.
See, I was thinking like
That's
Krusty
good.
Crate Dragon, but that sounds like a bar more than it does a ship,
I just thought like the Krusty Krab pizza. That's all
Yeah,
that you
there's
just
a
made
problem,
me think
too.
of.
Yeah, I don't even.
I was going to say the murder's perch, but I'm a raven, not a crow, so.
What's a group of ravens? Wait a second. I know this.
Remember. It's something
Unkindness?
equally
Is it
stupid. Yeah,
unkindness
it's an
of
unkindness. That's
ravens?
it.
No, it's a. I
it's
literally
not.
just looked up ravens. It was a council.
Is it?
It's
Is it? I
Because
swear
I'm-
I've heard unkindness before.
It could
I've heard
be.
that a couple of times.
There was a couple.
What's
There was a
the
couple of words that came up.
Of ravens.
Oh, that makes sense.
Unkindness.
Oh, okay.
That's what, yeah.
A flock of crows is called a murder. A flock of ravens is called an unkindness. A flock of rooks is called a building, clamor, or parliament.
I don't even know what a rook is, other than a chess piece.
It's another.
It's another corvid.
Corvid. It's another
Okay.
corvid.
That's
I love those birds so much.
I mean, the unkindness works as a ship name.
It really
It
does.
does. And in fact, I'm going to change my name because that's much more. Yeah, that works.
I like the unkindness.
The unkindness.
That's great.
So you know
I'm
what?
Captain Raven of the unkindness.
So do you know what one crow is called?
A freaking crow.
A crow?
An attempted murder.
All right. That's been our show, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. This is the last episode of Talkin Tauntauns.
That wasn't what broke you.
I'm going to go walk into the ocean. Thank you.
All right. Rayven. Oh, wait. I was
Yes.
going to read the text under here.
Yes, read the paragraph.
The recreational star cruiser Halcyon was commissioned during the days of the High Republic. Hundreds of years later, Han Solo and Leia Organa honeymooned aboard the luxurious vessel. The Halcyon continued to carry guests around the galaxy through the days of the First Order and the Resistance. In Solo, a Star Wars story, Dryden Voss traveled the stars on a yacht called First Light.
Cute.
Cool.
All right. So, Rayven, pick a number.
88. Lynn Swan, baby.
88. Category is the Force.
Oh, God. Okay.
A dyad is a force connection between two people across space and time. Who in our world would you want to be linked to through the Force?
Who would
Oh
I
my
want to
goodness.
be on the other end of the bond? Holy crap.
So it says through space and time. So I guess we're not limited to time periods. And also, I'm like Einstein sitting there going, leave me alone.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Stop
Well, if
bothering
time
me.
doesn't matter, I have an automatic answer.
Go on
Okay.
then.
Automatic. Queen Hatshepsut. Done.
All right.
I don't even have to think about it. If it's through time, that's my girl right there.
And meanwhile, she's like, what's a podcast?
No, I'm pretty sure she would have thought about it if she was around long enough. She was that kind of girl.
Oh, this is so tough.
Not that there aren't other people I would love to, but like if I had to pick one,
And
Her.
she-
for sure.
I'm going to go with Barack Obama. That was the first thing to get. Like, I'm like,
Ooh,
Okay.
that could be interesting though. Like
he seems like such a cool dude.
He does.
aggressively laid back.
Yeah,
That's
and I
probably a
went.
good term for it.
Yeah.
I was going music or comedy, and I was like,
Right.
Conan? I'm gonna go with Conan.
That would be
That's
fun,
nice.
but your
That's
tummy
good.
would hurt from laughing all the time.
Probably.
I'm fairly
Oh, I know
certain.
exactly who I'd pick. Haley Williams. Like, she's the lead singer of Paramore, and just like a brilliant creative force. And I just feel
God,
like
Jim, get with the times.
I didn't know either.
You know
Rayven,
her,
get
but like
with
you
the
might not know her
times.
name, like you know, whatever. Yeah, I think she's just absolutely brilliant and a creative mind that that would be an interesting person to be attached to. And she's also just like good vibes. You know, I just get good vibes from her. So like, because I was like thinking of the past, and I was like Kurt Cobain. I was like, that's going to be horrible. Like, no, I don't need that. I don't need any of that.
End well.
Like,
We don't need depression by proxy. Okay, we got enough here.
The dinner party question is different because you just kind of like you have a dinner with them and then you move on. You don't need to be connected to their energy for all time.
Yeah, this
so,
is
like,
something
who
you
has
are
good
literally
And the beauty
all
of
the
the dinner party question is that you're picking, usually it's 5 people, and you start to think
Right.
of like dynamics and
Yeah,
like, all right,
exactly.
he's going to be like kind of self-deprecatingly funny, but also kind of a downer, and then you have someone over here with a more zany energy. Like that's how you start balancing that. If it was just me and a person for a long time,
but the person's like in your head all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like Haley's got stuff. You know what I mean? Like mentally and emotionally, but I have similar stuff. So there'd be like kind of like an empathetic, like,
I got you, girl.
oh, I feel you. Like, I get it. Like, I truly feel like someone else knows exactly what I'm going through, you know? So it'd be that. My number 2 is Neil Gaiman, but I don't know how good a human he is. I don't know. Like, truly, I have no idea. Like, I just don't know anything about him personally. I just know his work is important to me, and he's brilliant. And
That can be problematic.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know anything. So I'm more comfortable saying another woman and Haley Williams, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Because Jack London's on my list, but I'm just like, I don't know, morphine addict.
Right.
Might not be as cool to talk to as he is to read.
Right. And same with like Edgar Allan Poe.
But he likes
like,
dogs.
What a weird
But he likes dogs.
human being.
Yeah.
But
I think he passes weird and goes a little bit further.
He does. He absolutely does.
Edgar Allan Poe does. But I think that's a human reality that to reach certain levels of genius, I think you have to give something else up, or you have to be a little mad. Yeah, you have to be able to compartmentalize things that most of us can't. You know, we can't we can't push our social behaviors aside like so many, brilliant people can. I mean, if you think of like, Prince and Beethoven and all these, incredibly talented people, you have to give something up, I think, to reach that place, because you can't have the normal insecurities or worries about what people are going to say,
Yeah. I feel like
tangent, my bad.
No, it's true though.
I feel like Poe already chose Van Gogh.
That is also true.
Oh, that's very real. That's very real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The text on this: a dyad in the Force is rare and powerful. Rey and Kylo Ren share thoughts and memories across the stars through their strong link to each other. Who would you want to share your innermost feelings with, no matter how far apart you are? Sorry, Brock.
Yeah, right.
Get ready for a lot of dinosaur chats, former President Barack Obama.
Yeah, for real.
All right, Nicole, you're up.
Hi, 27.
I already had 37 pulled up.
I said I wasn't picking 37. I said I wasn't picking 37. 27 is my number. 27 is my number. I understand why you're saying 37, but it's not that.
All right. 27. Writing them down because we'll never remember these numbers.
Yes.
Characters is the category.
Mm-hmm.
Each member of the Bad Batch has qualities that gives the team an edge in the field.
I like where this is
What's
going.
something different or unique about you, your friends, or siblings that gives you an unexpected advantage? Guess it's basically saying what about you is unique among your
cohort
peoples. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because, like...
Strong start. 15 seconds of everybody on like, crap.
It's difficult because, like, I feel like the things that I think are quote-unquote unique about myself, I surround myself with people who have similar qualities, if that makes sense. Like, I was going to say my creativity, but almost everyone I surround myself with is creative in a different way.
Mm.
You know, like I'm a writer and I can see these massive stories like in my head, which is something. But like Alex is a great musician. You know,
Thanks.
like you're welcome. You know, I have I have friends who are like artistic and like can draw or paint or craft or whatever, and that's creativity in a different way. So it's like it's hard to say it's like quote unquote unique, right? Because like writers are a dime a dozen, but I still would say that because my creative
it's literally
mind,
what you're getting paid.
Yeah, I think like in that way, like my creative mind, like, and in that, like I'm really good with like character analysis. So like I tend to be a pretty decent judge of character, if that makes sense. Unless I start being biased, and that's a whole other conversation. But like,
we're going down a rabbit hole here.
Yeah, this is not a therapy session. But it's a hard question to answer because of that. Like,
it's also one of those. It's like personally, I hate talking up myself. Like I don't like. I know what I'm good at. Like basically, like what I would pick is my analytical abilities. I could take a lot of data and figure out what's going on with the data. It's literally what I get paid to do because I'm good at it. Like I have friends who are also very smart. My wife's very smart, but smart in different ways. And so like that's also, I'm hilarious. So
Right.
that's what I assume
Obviously.
people keep me around for.
I mean, that is a joke before. I'm not still thinking about it or anything. So yeah, it's very funny.
What popped in my head for me was I'm very good at like calling on, I would say it's like, you know, trivial connections as far as like remembering random things, random facts about a lot of random things. Like I'm able to retain not great detail, but pretty general knowledge. So like if you need someone that could like finish the thought, I got you.
He is the guy.
Oh, there we go.
That is
Alex
true.
is going to get a lot of text messages from me now.
Mm-hmm.
Just with like a sentence that I made and just a blank. What goes here?
Exactly. It's like, I know these two were in the same movie, but what was the damn movie? And I'd be like, boom, it was, 1996's whatever.
Scream.
Name a movie from 1990s. Sure, Scream. Great, perfect.
Done.
96.
Yeah, Scream was
Movies
96.
come out in 96? I don't even remember. Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
Scream came out in 96. That was the one. That was the one that they put
That's
out.
the only movie
Yeah.
that came out in
okay,
96.
okay, good, because I don't.
And it came out at
remember
like Christmas 96. So like it was a pretty down year until they went out on a high note.
Like Star Wars didn't come out in 96, so I don't know anything else.
No, they were re-released
Fair
in 97 though, and that's one of my earliest movie-going memories. But we can't talk about it because of the kerfuffle.
I don't think we can talk about it because, like, one of my earliest memories is a movie that came out like 20 something years before that. I don't think we should talk about it for that reason.
My apologies.
Quite.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
All right, Rayven, you're up. I think.
I'm not particularly fond of talking myself up either, but you have to know your strengths, and mine is incredibly boring. However, if you
Is
ever
that
need
your
it,
strength?
I'm
yes.
so boring.
Well, that too.
We
Not
need
at
someone
all.
to put
I-
the guard to sleep.
I do
As
not
an
believe
older
it.
sister, I excel at crisis management in the sense of if something is going on right now, if the house is on fire, if the boat is sinking, I am absolutely the person that cannot be rattled. I just
That's
simply
awesome.
lock it down and go because it's just the way I'm programmed. I have been caring for other people, watching them, making sure nothing happens, being aware when something happens, what to do since I was literally 5 years old. I have a tattoo for Earth on the back of my neck because I am the solid base on which everything else happens. That's like a thing in my family. And so it's that crisis management. If something's going to happen now and, a medical emergency, you want me in the room because I'm the only person that is completely capable of shutting off all emotional anything and just handling the situation. And then I'll get emotional about it like 3 days later.
No,
I
that's
think
perfect.
that's an incredible skill, actually. It's
It
a lot
does.
to put on yourself, but I think that it's incredibly valuable at the same time.
I think it's something that was put on me, but I
Yeah.
learned to be comfortable in it. It's the same as being an introvert as I actually am, but yet being incredibly comfortable with people and dealing with the public. And, I can get up and talk in front of 5,000 people without even blinking an eye because I stood behind a bar for a long time. It's not because I like doing it. It's just because it's the thing I slipped into. So now I have to. And the crisis management thing for me is just, I've found that my friends, when something really goes wrong, they call me, not because I'll hug them and kiss them and tell them everything's going to be okay, but because I'll make sure to do the things they're not thinking about right now.
Yeah.
So,
but that's really boring though, honestly.
I don't think it's boring. I think it's incredibly valuable.
Raven's got the shovels and the tarp and the duct tape ready to go.
She's ready to go.
And the car with no plates, baby. I'm here for you.
We'll freak out about this once we're 2 states over. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. The text on that one. Clone Force 99 is an elite squad of Republic clone troopers with unique skills that set them apart from their fellow clones. Hunter, Tech, Recco? Hunter, Tech, Wrecker, Echo, and
It's their ship
Omega.
name.
I like Recco.
Hey, that's 3 times fast.
I do like, that is a ship name, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah,
Recco.
the Recco.
Are inseparable siblings who learn how to survive in the new galactic empire. Well, not all of them.
Not all of them.
I haven't finished season 2, guys.
Oh, that's on you.
Dude, that is your fault at this point.
It's okay.
Listen, all I have to say is dark and broody, baby. Greatest nickname ever created and said so casually, just dark and broody.
Love that.
Love it.
Agree.
All right, I'm going to pick my number, which is 19.
But you were going to pick 37.
We're never
we
going to
already
do
did
37.
37.
37.
We've decided
We already did 37, didn't we?
37 is going to be the best. That's going to be the best question too. We're going to look at it
It is.
after
Yeah.
this and
I
be
think
like,
we had to end on 37. I think we
Okay.
just all had to agree
That might
that
be
that's
good.
the last one.
All right. Another characters. Their group, the numbers are in the category groups. So. If you could visit a Star Wars filming location, where on our planet do you dream of going?
It's barely a Star Wars question.
Well, it's the filming locations question.
Yeah.
Okay, Spain, where they filmed the Naboo Palace.
I was
That's
literally
in
going
Italy.
to say that. But Italy, yes.
The Naboo Palace is in Italy.
Well, there's a place in Spain, because I've seen it, where they do like the long walk in Attack of the Clones. It's like a big plaza
Oh,
somewhere in Spain.
Anyway, that's where that particular spot, wherever the hell that is. Yes. Now I think the palace itself, like when they're looking out on the water in the lake, is Italy.
Yeah, that would
that's
make
where
sense.
I want
That
to
would
go.
track.
Yeah, that's
That's
Como
fine.
Lake.
the wedding.
That's where I want to go.
The wedding scene.
Yes. And there are a few other times, but yes.
In Italy, Via del Balbianello on Lake Como,
Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, like,
and in the former royal palace of Caserta, both in Italy.
because I want to go to Naboo. Like no question.
Plaza de España in Seville for the Theed Palace.
There you go.
It's just like one section. It basically, if Aaron Sorkin directed a Star Wars movie, it would all take place in that area because it's just like one long walkway.
Walk and talk.
Yeah.
I'm so into it. I would totally watch a Star Wars movie that's directed by Aaron Sorkin. Written by Aaron Sorkin. He
Yes.
wouldn't
Yeah.
even have to direct it, just as long as he writes it. I don't care.
Yeah. He's something.
All right, Raven, you want? I know mine. Do you have one, Raven?
Go right ahead.
All right.
I mean, I do, but only by default.
Mine's the Maldives.
Ooh.
If I had to pick one, it would be the Maldives. I have actually been to Death Valley, where numerous scenes were filmed. I think that may be the only one. Ireland would be my other one.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Well, my place of choice would have to also be the Lake Como for Naboo, only because Coruscant is pretty much mostly CGI. I mean, I could go to, like Hong Kong and pretend. Wouldn't be terribly, terribly different or hard, maybe, or We're at Dubai also, from the right view could totally look like the same place, but in realism, yeah, I'd have to pick Naboo, but I'm always going to want to go to Korea. Always. Always, always, always.
No,
I have
no
a sky
takers
up
on
there.
no takers on the Tunisian desert. No.
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 Well, I love that. Not my number one, but I think it would be absolutely fantastic to go to the original filming site where they rebuilt the home and the hotel, because where they're looking down into the pit, and Aunt Brew's down like in the home. That's a hotel, and so I think that would be like absolutely fantastic to go and stay there.
That is cool. That's
when
cool.
Ewan was on the Graham Norton, he was talking about how when he was on his motorcycle thing that he did, he stopped there and got his picture taken like with one of the posters and was upset that no one noticed him as he was like Obi-Wanning it in the middle of the homestead, and it was just like, that's hilarious.
It's very funny.
Watch Graham Norton if you ever can.
I love
Graham
Graham
Norton's
Norton.
the best.
The best.
The best chat show.
The best chat show. And he does such a good job, and he just really... Okay, sorry. That's going to be a tangent. We won't even go there. Graham Norton forever.
Yeah, absolutely, though.
All right. How about we are about 35 minutes or so. Why don't we do one more round and end on 37? Is that the plan?
I believe that works.
Okay. So, Alex, next number. Oh, wait. I didn't read the text. You can visit Star Wars locations right here on Earth! !
You can?
It's
Apparently.
weird. It's like this wasn't all just made up. The island of Skelling Michael in Ireland is where Luke Skywalker trained Rey, which is really difficult to get to, I've heard. We had James Floyd on, who's been to a lot of the filming locations, and Skelling Michael is one of those that it's only in fair weather can you actually get out there, and only during certain times of year. The Redwood Forest in California, were the home of the Ewoks. Were the home of the
Greatest
Ewoks.
Steadicam scene ever.
And Padme Amidala and Anakin Skywalker were married at Lake Como in Italy.
Well, none of us had to Google it. It was right there.
It was right there.
I didn't Google. I knew it was Lake Como because...
You did. You knew it right off the dome.
All right, Alex, new number.
Okay. 114.
Oh.
Yeah, turn those pages.
14. We're in a new category.
That's what I was hoping for.
The Galaxy. You find yourself at a fancy dinner in Cloud City with Darth Vader, Princess Leia,
I've seen
and
this
Han
movie.
Solo.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah, me too.
How do you make small talk?
Are those
I already
the
know
only
I'm
3
dead
other people
like
there?
5 seconds
No!
into this conversation.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead immediately.
I
the,
would
the
make
first thing I
joke.
say is going to offend one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
There's
right?
no way out of this. Like,
I would so make a joke, and it would be all over. It's like, how do you take your coffee? Like dark roast or like?
Right? Like at the even at the best case scenario, you're interrupting family dinner.
yeah.
Like a really awkward
Unknown
dinner with
family
an
dinner.
in-law, and then I just no, that's not.
I don't want this.
That's
like,
bad company.
I don't want this at
But
all.
then you got Boba standing in the background. Like, what's he doing? Like, that's kind of
Just
be
stand-
I'd be
Again,
there
he's
like,
waiting for his dramatic entrance in the hallway.
what are you doing over there?
I'd be
Trying
like,
to breathe
They're being
silently under the helmet.
mysterious.
how's Mustafar this time of year? Like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand. Like,
I'd look at Leia and go, man, am I right?
yeah, right? Yes. Oh my God.
You're-
I
you're
definitely
Hey,
had to
I know
look to
whose
Leia.
side I need to get on first. I'll
Yeah.
worry about those other two later. I'm going to be on her side
Yes.
first.
That
See,
is
this
such
is-
a good point.
This is the difference between us, because I was like, I bet I could bridge the gap between Vader and Han by bringing up something about like flying ships.
Ooh.
Be like,
That's
oh,
true.
have you seen this ship, or you ever flown that, or like you start there.
Meanwhile,
That's
I'm
I
exciting.
sitting
think that's
there.
legitimate.
I'm sitting there
It is.
pointing at the food in front of Vader, going, "You gonna eat that? You need to get that."
How are you going to eat that?
Yeah. Do you eat? Like, what's going on?
I am famished. That looks pretty good.
Ask
Yeah.
Vader to pass the salt, but it's the other end of the table.
Absolutely. A la Michael Keaton and Kim Basinger, and have him, have to strut with the cape and everything all the way down. Just make it count, son.
Yeah.
I think we beat that one. I think,
Yeah.
I think it
Against
did.
all odds.
All right, it says, in The Empire Strikes Back, Lando Calrissian hands Han Solo and his friends over to the Empire, if you forgot.
What a
They
jerk.
realize his betrayal when they open the door to a dining room and find the Dark Lord of the Sith, waiting outside.
The
The
daddy?
table is the daddy.
Was that your edition? Or
Oh, he's the daddy.
I was adding that.
okay, I was
But,
going to
like-
say.
It is Leia's daddy.
Uh-huh.
The table is set with stylish dishes and drinkware, but it's likely that nobody partakes of any refreshments.
You think? Interesting.
I would think
I
so.
totally think Leia would eat. She's diplomatic. She'd
Yeah.
drink her. Yeah.
Take
I mean,
advantage
diplomacy
of it.
went out the window when he started taking shots right away.
Right away.
Well, I mean, this is kind of led me to believe that hasn't happened yet. So
Yeah.
before
It was
shots
literally
are fired,
the
you
door
can have a
opened and
drink.
he shot.
Yes, in the movie, but the question was,
That's
if
a
you were
man of
sitting
action
down
right
to
there.
dinner with all these people, what would
But that's
you do,
even
right?
funnier is like you sat down to dinner after he tried to shoot Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so are we
Well,
gonna?
they had to.
The scene
Are we gonna
does
talk
end with
about
him
that?
being like, "We would love if you would, joined us for dinner or whatever he says." Like
Negotiations?
I don't know,
Something.
something like that.
I
What the
don't
hell
know,
did he say?
I feel like Vader is a little bit like Thanos. So he would kind of be like, everybody have a seat, and then you sit down, and then he'd just be like, well, yeah, that's what I would do if it were me. It's
Mhm.
fine.
Right.
Let's just,
I get it.
get on with the part where I tell you how your life is over because I'm taking stuff and doing things, and there
Which,
you go.
to your point, he, Peter Quill pulls the trigger, and then what does Thanos do? He says, "I like him," and it disappears. Yeah, there's a way through that
Yeah.
confrontation.
Those who truly feel like they're actually powerful don't feel the need to like grind it into people. And Thanos kind of is that way. I mean, he does. I mean, he's, got his snark and whatnot. But when you're talking about characters like that who actually believe in their strength, they really truly feel they can take everybody in this room all at once if absolutely necessary, and then not going to break a sweat. There's no reason to get, huffy about him shooting you. You caught the blaster bolt, you took the gun, and he was forced to sit down and break bread with you. I mean, you've already won. You've got the, you've got the emotional victory already. So therefore, there's no need to be extra snobby. And I mean, Vader has always kind of given me that impression. Anakin didn't, but Vader always did, that he would be just like a little bit less reactionary because he doesn't need to be.
I get feeling he wouldn't even be paying attention to the conversation until it kind of like interests him. He'd kind of like half thinking of other stuff, and then somebody would say something, and he'd kind of like rewind the conversation in his head. Like, where are we again?
What part did you say that I actually cared about? Nothing?
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
We
Rayven.
nailed that one.
I think we did.
I think we did.
All right, next, pick a number.
43. Troy Polamalu. It's opening weekend, you guys. Seriously. Football dark. Can't help it.
It
makes
is
sense.
opening weekend. My draft
Yes.
apparently went miserably.
Yeah, I got bad scores on my draft, but I don't really care. It's fine. Amon-Ra St. Brown got me lots of points on Thursday.
All right, creatures. I don't think we had a creatures one yet.
No.
Ooh,
How many categories
I'm here
are
for
there? Just if we can have a quick aside.
Are they like the Trivia
I don't
Pursuit categories? Like ships, characters,
Creatures,
so-
galaxy.
So
exactly.
characters, creatures, technology, the Force, the galaxy. I think that's it.
Okay, so we've had at least one of every category.
Yes,
Yep.
this would be the last one. The last category.
Terrific.
Would you rather face 10
dear.
porg-sized space slugs or one space slug-sized porg?
Oh,
Probably the 10.
As someone who lives with
hang on.
slugs going on outside of my house all
I'm
the
looking at
time,
Star
I'm
Wars
going to
space
go with
slugs.
a space slug-sized porg.
So the space slug's average length is 10 meters. Upon reaching maturity, they get up to 900 meters. Okay.
Are you looking up what a space slug is, or?
I was looking up by size.
The porg. The porg. The porg. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you want the giant porg?
Yeah. Because what's it going to do?
What are 10-foot tall space slugs gonna do?
They creep me out.
Because their only thing is they just have big mouths and teeth and stuff living in their stomachs, so...
Yeah, I don't want that. Although they're really small, I could step on them.
You're gonna go with the mini space slugs?
I'm going mini space slugs.
With the minis. Yeah, I'm going with the mini space slugs because, I've been to Arrakis.
Oh, this is tough because the slugs creep me the fudge out.
Oh, they're cute. They got little antennas.
I hate slugs. I hate slugs so much.
I hate slugs. The porg might be friendly.
Are they that? I didn't get
might
good vibes
be,
from
but
the porgs.
birds have. Yeah, but birds. Yeah,
birds are tough. Birds are tough.
It can go both ways, you know.
Do I
you could have a cardinal or a blue jay, and
right.
Not a fair fight, right?
One is a big. But puffins, we need to equate that the porg is a puffin, right? Ish.
It's still a bird.
It's still a bird.
Yeah.
Do I have a weapon? This is very important. Do I have a weapon?
Everything's a weapon if you try hard enough.
It doesn't state in the question whether you do or you don't.
Well, what does the paragraph say?
All right.
Oh, and you're also armed with a lightsaber, what if that's in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. By the way, you have a blaster. What?
Porgs are curious, bird-like creatures from the planet Octo. They're less than a foot tall and live on the diet of fish. The space slug, in Exogorth, takes up residence in asteroids. It's so massive that the Millennium Falcon easily lands inside its stomach. That is your text.
That is
I'm still taking the space slugs because they're out of their element, and a porg would find itself in its element in more places.
Yeah, all you have to do is pick up the slug and throw it somewhere where there's no moisture and wait.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is a good point.
I did pick the slugs. It doesn't mean I love them. I'm just saying, if I really needed to get rid of one, I just need to put it someplace where it dries out. And
and also
even
that's
if it
a
is,
massive
like that
porg.
long,
Yeah.
that's still manageable.
I'm not that scared. Yeah,
I'm personally looking for a friend, and that's why I'm gonna. I want this giant porg because
I'm gonna switch sides. I'm going with the slugs because I'll just step on them.
We did it.
Me and my porg friend will crush you all.
You go hang out with Godzilla porg. Freaking kaiju porg. For real.
It's like Godzilla porg.
That's what I'm saying. It's a kaiju.
Constantly making noise, constantly making chirp. That's going to get grating after a while.
Yeah, you're right.
Not even a while. It's going to get grating.
After 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're of Muad'Dib's army, we don't care about slimy little sluggy things. We're cool.
Mm-hmm.
The spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
All right, Nicole.
Hi, 2.
2. Mm-hmm. Characters.
Mm-hmm.
Boba Fett hires Jabba the Hutt's remaining Gamorrean guards when he becomes Tatooine's new Daimyo. Would you have done the same? Why or why not?
Would I have taken his guards and used them for my own? Or would I have tried to be the Daimyo of Tatooine?
Would you have hired the remaining Gamorrean guards of Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah, they need work.
Right.
Yeah, I think you are becoming Daimyo, however you pronounce it, regardless of your choice. So would you have hired
100%.
Yeah, you don't want to create enemies here.
Not necessarily loyal to you.
Yeah,
they're loyal to money, right?
Right, and they're more likely to
it's proven. They turned pretty quick. They were on board.
Yeah. It feels like you're creating an enemy if you're like, hey, I took over and by the way, you're fired. Then you got to go find a new guard. It feels like this is what these people are made for. So I'd be like, okay, listen, I'll even pay you more than he was paying you. That's what I'd do.
You can stay, don't move your stuff.
Here's your benefits package. What were you lacking under Jabba's reign? Let's have a conversation.
Gamorreans are rad.
I'd do the same. Yeah, why not?
They have giant axes.
They're cool.
Plus, they're fitter. Once Boba Fett takes it, they're got muscles as opposed to Jabba's slovenly
pear-shaped losers.
Yeah,
that's what we always used to
bib
call them.
Fortunas of the world. Useless.
So Rayven, I don't. Did you?
I didn't. I would say that I would, I would absolutely hire them on. I believe in the whole idea of, not make more enemies than you need to, try to be nicer so that you can get better. But for me, when it comes down to it, it's a strategic thing. I'm much more concerned about you tell me everything that you know, so I'm as smart as you. And then after that, I may or may not give you to the Rancor. I mean,
Hey, he's got
but
to eat too.
I need your knowledge and your experience, so I would definitely try. But you'd be one slip up from lunch.
Darth
Yeah.
Raven.
Villains united. Villains.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any reason not to hire them on because they're clearly mercenaries. Like you pay them well, they'll be on your side until somebody else decides to pay them better.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to assume you're loyal until you're disloyal. That's kind of my, feeling on that particular situation. I'm going to assume that you're being loyal to me until you aren't.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole.
That was mine.
That was hers.
Oh, that was yours.
I think it's Alex. Or is it you?
No,
It's Jim and
it's
then
Jimothy.
37.
Yep, it's Jim. And then 37.
We'll go with 101.
Dalmatians.
Amen.
Oh, well done.
All right. The Galaxy. If you found yourself in Jabba's palace, how would you entertain the great Jabba the Hutt?
Oh, no.
He sure
I'm
finds
Gen
feeding
X, so
people
my
to a
thought
rancor
process there was just duh.
entertaining.
I was personally picturing myself in the metal bikini.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I'd try to find my way into the Max Rebo band.
Yeah.
but,
That's made
but
for you.
musician.
It's
yes,
longevity, that's a paying. Is it a paying gig?
I think your payment is life.
Yeah, you get to leave at the end of the night
Fine.
or sleep there.
In.
It's one of two things for me because same. I could do that. Or I could just tell him stories.
But if he doesn't like a story,
I know I'm goofed.
He doesn't seem like he has the patience for a story.
Right?
I think he would. I think he would totally be down for a good story.
As long as he was
I think
the
if you
hero
tell
of
it
it,
well.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're good, there's a difference between being a good storyteller on book and being a good story presenter.
Correct. I did do theater for years, so
I can see
it is
that.
in the wheelhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still donning the gold bikini because I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm there, the gold bikini or the dancing. Obviously, again, 80s kid, dancing is life. So, I mean, in my family, it's literally life. So my thought process is I'm dancing around until he drops me on the Rancor. I don't have a choice. That's just where I belong.
I also don't know
I'm
how
only
to
a
dance,
feminist some
so
of the time.
it's not going to end well for me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
But
You could go scavenge, crate dragon remains for the big pearls. He might like that.
maybe.
There
but
were a lot of people just standing around. I mean, anybody could do that.
That's true.
yeah,
Lando was there
Yeah.
for days just wearing a helmet, looking
Right.
brooding.
I mean, you
are
got to
you
do what you
here?
got to do to hide how pretty Billy D is, though. There's a lot of work that goes into covering that pretty up.
Yeah.
All right, it says Jabba the Hutt is a fan of the performing arts. To a point. Entertainers who fail to please him end up in the Rancor pit. Singing groups such as Size Snoodles and the Max Rebo Band often performed for the late Hutt crime lord. All right. Think we're on the last one.
37.
37. If
Please
this
be a good
is
one.
Terrible. It's
Please
gonna
be a good
Alex.
one.
It'll suck.
What section
Don't
is
Don't
it?
be
I'll
that
be
10
like,
pork
damn it.
sized slugs. Come on, man.
Creatures.
Damn it.
Okay, this is a good one. Choose an animal on our planet to model a Star Wars species after.
Oh,
Which
that's
animal did you
fun.
pick, and what would the species look like?
Okay, elephants.
I think that is a good one.
And they would look like elephants.
What? What you?
I said elephants, and they would look like elephants.
We already have a Star Wars species that is an elephant that looks like
We
an
have-
elephant.
What? I guess.
The bantha was literally an elephant with a dress on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That poor elephant made to wander around the desert.
And you see,
Holding on to everybody's wigs, man.
Well, see, that's where I'm different, though. I wouldn't put anything on the elephant.
Oh.
Interesting. I was going to say wolf, but we have that.
Just make it bigger.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Now you get into the category.
Speak.
You get into the category of like loath wolf, loath cat. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so now we're like,
loath.
Pick any animal and put loath in front of it.
I want a loath cheetah.
Okay.
I just want a scared big cat who purrs and chirps and like needs an emotional support loath wolf to hang out with it all the time because they're just so anxiety ridden, but also just sweet big babies who will run so fast. That's what I want.
All right. I'm going to take a combo. I'm going to put two things together. I'm going to take Alex's elephant and combine it with a turtle.
It's like the dragon turtles in D&D.
So it's an elephant with a shell
It's a giant
tank.
turtle
That's a tank.
with a
With a trunk.
with a trunk
with a trunk.
and
Yes.
tusks.
Oh, yes, definitely. Obviously.
Great, done.
Now
Approved.
that's a good one. I like that.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Model a species on our planet to make a Star Wars species. Like pick an animal, and what would it look like?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I had it, and then the conversation was so good that it just completely went away, and I'm like, what's the question again? I don't know who I would pick, but it would definitely be a big cat.
Right.
I mean, which one?
Right. Take your pick. Pumas.
Depends on which
Jaguars.
planet I'm on. Yeah, I mean, if I'm on, Tatooine, I don't really want a puma, at least not the black one, and the regular ones are kind of everyday-ish, I mean, I live in Minnesota, so I'd probably want, like a lion in that case. But if I was on Kashyyyk, probably want a leopard, you pick the one that works best for the situation, so, but it would definitely be a big cat.
Yeah, my Turifant would live on, I think, Tatooine.
Freaking Samwise Gamgee over here losing his mind over an elephant. Like,
Please tell me someone is drawing a picture of a Turifant right now, because I need to see it. I must see it. Please, someone do it.
wow.
All right, I think that's everything, right?
I think
Yeah.
we've done it.
We did it.
We broke it.
Well done, everybody.
That was actually really fun.
Right?
I mean, I don't say that like I didn't think it was going to be, but it was actually.
I was only coming on here because you gave free cookies, but
I was expecting I guess more surface level, like icebreakers. This was definitely more creative than I expected. Like, what's your first Star Wars memory? That's what I was expecting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go them. Good job.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that was good times. You have to use your brain and think and come up with fun stuff, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good cocktail hour game.
Mm-hmm.
Or after cocktail hour.
Or yes, after
Like
party.
the 3 o'clock
Yes.
in the morning coffee conversation,
Yeah.
Yeah, what you were mentioning, it's not surface level. So like surface level, everyone has surface level set to go. You can answer the surface level questions without even literally thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
These you hear the question, you stop because it's like there is no surface level answer to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to have not been prepped for this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would be fun. All right,
It was.
good. Rayven, how can people follow you on the socials if you so want them to?
I'm incredibly easy to follow on the socials because I'm only on one. You can find me on Instagram. I show pictures of birds and my cats and occasionally my dog. It's really quite boring, but if you want to come follow me there, you can. And then you can see me on Broaxium on Sunday nights and on YouTube. So
All right, Alex.
Don't.
All right.
I was gonna say that, but I was trying to be nice. Dang it!
I don't have anything.
Sorry,
I don't
should
promote.
have done you
Jack.
second, Rayven.
I don't post. I don't promote. I don't do. I just.
Neither
I'm just
do
here
I.
hanging. I'm just happy
just
to be
here
here.
for the vibes. Just happy to be here.
Here for the free cookies.
Go.
You can find him here.
Yeah, go listen to
That's
this
it.
Just
episode
here for the
again.
food.
Yes, this is your 12th episode.
Oh my god,
Yay!
it's more than there are movies.
It's true.
Depending on how you count.
He is counting right
11. There's 11.
Nah, there's the
But if
the
you count the
Clone
Clone Wars
movie.
movie,
Oh,
it is a movie because
dang
it
it.
literally
Yeah,
says
you're right.
movie in the title.
Right, but we did decide that's just 3 episodes smushed together.
It is.
4.
Whatever, Jim.
You can find us on the Twitterix at Talkin Tauntauns. You can email us talkintauntauns at aiptcomics.com. You can join our Patreon through AIPT Comics and join us on Discord. You can leave us a 5-star review on all of your favorite podcasting and non-favorite podcasting platforms.
Try leaving it on a non-podcasting platform.
Yeah, like go on YouTube and leave us a review. What?
We're not on YouTube.
We're
so
not on
it's-
YouTube.
Give
you
us a
should leave
5-star
us a
Yelp review.
on other people's
Yes.
shows.
Yeah,
Go on Star Wars Minute and leave a 5-star review for Talkin Tauntaun.
Like, listen, I gotta tell y'all.
I'm gonna go do it now.
And with that, right now the plan is to discuss Fallen Order next week. We will see how that goes
Yeah.
based on progression
things.
of both Nicole and my playthrough.
That as well.
So, we will see you later.